morning, America and the world. Well, today we're going to hit some biceps. We're going to build the arms. Now, you showed up for a bicep workout. Great. But let's get very transparent. It's not really about your arms. It's about doing what you said you would do. It's about not skipping the stuff that's easy to justify skipping. I don't have time to work out today. Most men are too busy to train, but it's not a time problem. We keep telling ourselves that, but it's actually not a time problem. It's a follow-through problem. And every time you show up, even after the first day, you just show up once, okay? Just 10 minutes, 20 minutes today. You're proving to yourself, right? You're developing proof that your excuses, they're not going to run the show. This no time thing, it's total trash. Forget it. It's an excuse. This today is going to be some curls, okay? We're not going to overthink it. Yeah, we're going to get good form. We're going to learn some things. Great. But it's also about building the habit, right? Each set, one by one. Show up today. You got dumbbells in your basement? Do a set. I don't care if it's one set and you walk away, but do something. It's the action we take every day that makes all the difference. Because then you're taking action, and then a promise is kept. You woke up today and said, I'm choosing violence. You're choosing action. And action moves the needle forward. A small little win today adds up over time. And I'm here to remind you of that over and over again because it's the number one most profound thing that it's made changes in my life and my clients' lives. Okay, so you want to build strength? Cool. You want to build muscles? Great. Let's do that. But we've got to remember, we're not going to be skipping. We're going to be doing little bits of work every single day. And then all of a sudden, maybe one day you work out for 2 hours. Good for you. But it doesn't have to be 2 hours every single day. Was that a gnat? I'm going to eat that gnat for breakfast. Okay? But we start here, and then you keep adding and adding and adding. All right? So we're about to jump in the gym, do some biceps. Welcome, 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 everybody. Come on in, come on in. Come on in. Come here. Hey, Vaughn, what's up? What about diet? Oh, yeah, dude. Diet, same thing, right? Is there a perfect diet out there? No. Is there a better diet than you're on now? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Maybe some more whole foods, maybe some more vegetables, maybe some more fruits, right? Maybe get that protein up. Is your goal to add in a whole bunch of muscle? We're going to need at least a minimum amount of protein, okay? Probably, 0.8 to 1.2 grams per body weight, okay? Depending on who you are, man, woman, lifter, new lifter. It depends, right? But at least hitting those minimums first, it's huge. But let me say, hey, Kevin, what's up? Welcome. If you are starting out thinking, I am, barely getting enough protein in, okay, or let's say you're just eating a whole bunch of trash all day, okay, and you're gonna I'm gonna be perfect tomorrow because I saw this diet program and it's just like I'm gonna jump into it. Well, good luck with that, but it's not gonna work. It's a short-term fix. You gotta think in baby steps. So if you're not eating vegetables today, guess what? Go out and find one vegetable that you like, just one, and just eat a piece of broccoli. But no, when I say that, our minds discount it. They say that one little piece of broccoli is not enough. It's not going to move the needle, so why bother? Well, guess what? That is a lie. It's all about that one piece of broccoli because tomorrow it could be 2 pieces of broccoli, or it could be a cucumber, or it could be a piece of carrots. I don't care. It's not about the carrots or the broccoli. It's about the action that's moving you forward to the person that you want to become, right? That's where I'd start with that. Yo, Sharma, welcome. How are you, my brother? How's it going? Everything will be fine, bro. Keep smiling. Hey, amen, brother. Back at you. God bless. Cry about it. What are we crying about? Bob, what are we crying about? Do I look like I'm crying? Did you get your workout in today, brother? I think you need a workout. Okay, so let's get in the gym. Let's get it done, all right? So we're going to focus on biceps today. We're going to focus on short head of the biceps, okay? Not super important, but if you want to have a bigger bicep, like visually, it's a great place to really start, because usually people are hitting the long head of the bicep mostly, and they're skipping out on trashing the short head. And the short head has this amazing feature in your bicep where it'll just like get a little more puffier and taller and then a little wider, and then visually your bicep will look bigger. And like, let's be honest, like who cares how much the measurement is here? You just want to have a visually bigger bicep, right? Like that's, yeah, of course. So hitting the short head correctly and dialing that in can be crucial to bicep development, okay? Why does God bless? Chin-ups work great. Okay, I'm not going down that road, but yeah, chin-ups work great for biceps. Yeah, kind of. See, Japan, like you just said, chin-ups work great for biceps. I mean, okay, sure. Like that's a very broad statement, I guess. But if we're gonna do chin-ups, right? Let me just show you something real quick, okay? You're doing chin-ups, right? And you're going like this, and you're like, oh, okay, well, guess what? It's kind of like a curl. Yeah, you're right. It is probably gonna be helpful for biceps. You're correct. But what if we could make it better for biceps? What if we could hit that short head like I'm talking about, right? But still get a little chin-up action in between, but really focus on hitting those biceps. So what are we going to do? We're going to use a bar, right? And we're going to go sideways, boom, like that. And then we're going to come up and do chin-ups like this, because it's about where you're positioned, right? So if we're going to be here, long head. Here, short head. Neutral, a little bit of both, but more short head as well, okay? Boom. That's one of the ways you can just maximize that. Give you a little variation in your programming, not just doing chin-ups to be doing chin-ups, okay? Lost 5, yo, Zero, what's up? Lost 5 pounds, should I do water fast? No, goodness sakes. Man, you're water fast, come on, why would you do such a thing? There's no need for that, no need for that. If you want to lose body fat, right? You want all the water you can get, man. That water is healthy for you. You know we're 99% water. Come on, baby. Don't be doing a water fast. It's a waste of time. Waste of time. Do I deadlift? Oh, yeah, I love me some deadlifts. Yeah, I don't deadlift very often with the barbell anymore, but I love deadlifts. Again, I'm trying to be fit and healthy for the long run, okay? And what I realized was when I was doing like powerlifting deadlifts and just like repping out 325 for kicks and giggles, it was sending me down a path of brokenness, injuries galore. So I don't do that as much anymore. I'll have to get some old videos out, show them sometime. Okay, so let's get into it, all right? So start with, we're gonna do, like I said, a knee curl, but for the short head. So we're going to go neutral grip, okay? And then we're gonna drop set with some hammer curls alternating, okay, with a little bit of lighter weight. That's what the drop set. We're dropping the weight for the set, okay? Let me get my dumbbells. So 30s, and, well, I shouldn't even tell you the weight. Honestly, who cares what weight I'm doing? Like, who? Good for me, you're so strong. Cool, Zach. Who cares? Who cares? Another big mistake people make is, how much weight are you doing, bro? How much weight? Oh yeah, you're so cool because you lift 10 pounds more than me. Who cares? Like, it's about the functionality, what you can do with your body, right? And then it's about how you look. Those are like the big two ones. Like, I don't care about like going back with numbers on you. Forget that. All right, here. Now we're going to position the elbow inside the thigh so it doesn't move a lot. 15, boom. Okay, go right into it, switch sides. With arm work, you don't need to breathe a lot, okay? That's overrated. I mean, yeah, you got to breathe through it, but you don't need to take a rest break, okay? Oh, good, Japan. I'm glad that helped, man. I hope you give it a try. Let me know how it goes, okay? Don't forget to let me know. People build great bodies with calisthenics only. Yeah, for sure. Exactly. Yo, exactly. That's right. It's not about this method is better than the other method or whatever, kettlebells over dumbbells or barbells over kettlebells. That stuff's silly. You got to find out what you enjoy, what you can do regularly and consistently, and then execute. For me, I love playing basketball, okay? I love basketball, and I want to play till I'm old. And I want to be able to touch that rim as long as I can. So what does that mean? It means barbell work, it's not necessary for me. Because barbell work will limit my movement over time. I won't jump as high, okay? And I won't be as agile, so forget that. Okay, immediate drop set, right? We're just going right into it. Boom. Elbows staying in front of the body the whole time, okay? That's a big one, all right? That's huge. I got to take this shirt off real quick. So the easy way to do your curls is let your elbow slide back. And you'll notice if you start letting that elbow slide back on the way down, you're not going to get that stretch in the bicep that you really want, okay? Weights for the weak men to look strong, calisthenics men. Guillermo, hey, you're entitled to your own opinion. I think both are awesome. So, like, I'm going to do both, you know? All right, right back into that hammer. I do see what you're saying, though. There's ego in calisthenics, though, too. See, we just got to eliminate ego. That's really what we need to do, right? Like, ego's the enemy, man. It's going to make you worse off. All right, as long as we can get 10 or more on that, I'm good with it. Because when we do the drop set, we can get higher reps, which is really what the drop set's about for me right now today. You know what's funny too is I haven't done these dumbbells for a while. And they're just a little wider of a grip than I'm used to, and I can really feel the difference today. Okay, right into it. I do wonder what my body is missing because I often almost get muscle cramps when I work out too hard. It feels like triceps with burst. Ab cramps. Ooh, doesn't sound good. You know what your water intake is? Electrolytes. You eaten before, at least 2 hours before, getting a good meal in. Yo, Jose, welcome. More like incorrect concentration curl. Oh, it's an incorrect concentration curl. That's cute. So, you clearly know more than me, so please fill me in. I'm very curious. What are your thoughts on those guys that do 500 push-ups every day? Okay, that's a good, ooh, I love that question. So the everyday thing, right? You know, again, it's like an ego thing. But eventually, you're not going to be able to do 1,000 push-ups a day. There's going to be a limit, right? So let's say you're 20 years old, okay? You're like, I'm going to do 100 push-ups a day. Great, cool. And by the time you're 21, you start doing it, okay? What happens when you're 22? You know what I mean? You're going to go to 200. Like, it doesn't make sense because eventually you're not going to, hold on, I got to focus. These are harder than I remember them being. Because eventually you can't do any more. It's just like powerlifting. When I was deadlifting and squatting heavy, okay, you did a 405 squat. Now what? 500, 600. Well, guess what? Your body's going to eventually break down. Now, if you're competing in powerlifting and you want to be the world's strongest man, cool. But I tell you what, most of us, that's not the goal. We want to look good, feel good, and move good. So you really got to be careful with the whole numbers game. And that's why training is really important, not just doing random workouts, tracking your numbers, but then also maintenance mode. You gotta maintain what you have and not always be pushing the envelope to the max. Because if you do that, you're gonna wear your body out a little early. And that's not like, you don't need to be afraid of it. You definitely don't need to be afraid of it. But you need to be aware of that. Because like I said, I was deadlifting, whatever, how much was I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I was deadlifting way over 400 pounds, okay, in my early 20s, okay? So when I'm early 20s, add 20 more years and I'm in my 40s, what am I going to be doing then? I'm going to have some injuries, obviously. That's really the only way. Look forward to following your channel to get some exercise in. Hey, RK, welcome. Hey, thanks for the sub. Welcome, welcome. Dude, you just follow along, we'll get it in, okay? You got any questions? Let me know. I'm here for you, okay? They have built bodies there in the late 30s, but will lead to problems. Yeah, so it's like, I'm not saying it's a one-for-one trade-off, right? But you got to think, okay? Because early on, like when you're a teenager, you're working out, and you're feeling great, you're like, okay, I got to add more weight on the bar. Because why not, right? Yeah, totally. That's how I was. But if you keep adding more weight on the bar, what are you going to do? Like I was curling 100 pounds one time. And I was like, oh, this is terrible. And then also like, it's not helping my arm development. Like more weight doesn't help my arm development. So why was I curling 100 pounds? Like stupid. It's just stupid. I was being stupid. I'm not calling other people stupid. I was being stupid. So you got to think about the long term, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, because like I'm dead serious right now. I want to be playing basketball when I'm 80 years old, and I want to get a little, I want to have my hips ready, okay? I want to still look good, but I don't need to be, Arnold Schwarzenegger. I don't need that because that's going to limit my mobility. I can't play basketball, I can't play pickleball, I can't swim, I can't bike as well, or I get a knee surgery, or I got to do new hips. I don't want any of that. So how can you program your training, okay, to facilitate being look good, feel good, and move good without always adding more weight? Because eventually the weight is going to limit you. And you're like, well, I can't add more weight. Like, I can't add more weight. Now what? What do? I'm 30 years old. I can't add more weight. Like, that's not fun, right? So that's the message. Does that make sense? No, I don't have somebody in my freezer. Hey, that's good to know. That's good to know. My sister found a cat. I need to get my curl on. My sister found a cat in her friend's freezer after he passed away. That was the most morbid thing I had heard in all of 2024. See, I had a good rest now, so I can add a little speed, but I still got to maintain that control, okay? And then I'm starting with my right arm because I'm talking a lot, but normally I start with my left arm because my left is my weaker side. So I'll let my weaker side dictate how many reps I'm going to do in any given set. Got a lot of comments. Sorry if I'm missing them, guys. Deadlifting sounds like herniated disc. Yeah, so, okay, right. Is it more likely if you deadlift a lot you'll have a herniated disc? Yeah, it's probably true, right? Are deadlifts bad, or do they give you herniated discs? No. Right? So there's this, it's not black and white. there's a middle ground we got to play around in, right? And for me, I love deadlifting. It gives me life, okay? Whatever, who knows why? I don't care why, but I love it, right? So I'm never going to stop deadlifting, but I had to change the way that I was deadlifting, and I had to keep my ego out of it, which was really hard. I mean, it still is. I think about it all the time. Every time I train, I think about it. If I'm being completely transparent. Right into that drop set. So again, and I'm really for like long-term thinking, not short-term thinking. Like short-term thinking is more like gambling, if you will. Like, what could I do this week? You know, versus, okay, what could I do in a year? Or what could I do in the next 5 years, you know? And if you want to be a millionaire in 10 years, well, you got to think in the long run, right? So if that's how you become a millionaire, you got to start dollar cost averaging and not spending your money on frivolous things. The same thing applies for working out, right? Like if you want to be a millionaire body, let's say, right? Fit body, fit mind, and great movement. How are you going to do that? You're not going to go all out in the first couple weeks, or you're not going to really diet. Like dieting sounds kind of silly when you think about 10 years. Thanks for the likes, guys. Appreciate it. Gets more people to see the live stream. Hopefully we get to help more people. Remind them what sustainable health and fitness looks like. All right, let me catch up. How about your 40s taking TRT? Hey, Zach, what's up? The bar is phony in the, you got to write that again. I don't make it a Zach. But yeah, so in your 40s, TRT, replacement therapy. I saw Jeff Nippard just did a huge video on like natty or not. So silly. I'm sorry, but it was silly. Yeah, as in science, we say n equals 1. Okay? Meaning everybody is unique. Like God made you unique, and you're going to need something a little different than somebody else, right? And the same thing goes for training. The same thing goes for everything, right? You're different than me. I'm different from you, right? So as a blanket statement, people in their 40s taking TRT, there's probably way too many men doing it. And that's because they have bad advice. And then second, it's a short-term fix, just like we've been talking about, right? So you got to be careful, because your ego will be like, oh, I got to fix this today. I need to get on some TRT, fix all my problems, get jacked in the gym, take a pill like Ozempic, right? You got to lose weight, pop a pill. Again, it's not that those are inherently wrong or bad, right? But you gotta look yourself in the mirror and say, okay, is this me thinking short term? Is my ego involved? Did I pray about this, right? Is this really a wise decision? Because usually it's the simple things that you do every single day that you be consistent with, and you keep doing it for a year and 2 years and 5 years, and then all of a sudden you're a completely different person. Those are usually the best things you can do, right? Most people that are taking Ozempic, for instance, right? They don't eat very many vegetables in the first place. Like they didn't even try to eat more vegetables, right? And I have clients like this. We talk about it all the time, okay? So, all right, we're going to go, where am I at? That was 3 sets. So we're going to finish with these guys, and then rest, pause. Again, watch those elbows on the way down. Notice how I'm keeping them in front of my body a little bit. I'm not going back here. Okay, rest pause. I like to drop them or at least loose grip it or put them up here because you don't want to waste that forearm grip if you're trying to get more. Whether you juice on your own or get it prescribed, it'll be permanent. Alter your endocrine system. Yep, the range of normal is very wide, which can be exploited to justify TRT. Amen. Amen, Disco. That's a super important phrase you just said there. The range of quote unquote normal. Very good. Most people don't even know what their baseline was when they were in high school or in their 20s. And then they get to their 30s and 40s. That was it. I rested too long. And then they get to their 30s and 40s, and then they look at the averages or quote unquote normals, like you said, right? And then the doctor or the nurse or whoever it is, they're like, oh, wow, you're severely under normal. And it's like, well, wait a second. Hold on. Hold the phone. Let's say they were at 400 in their 20s, right? But you don't know that. Or let's say 300 in their 20s. You don't know that. And then they walk into the place at 40, and they're at 290 instead of 300. And they're like, wow, 290, that's pretty low, below average. You might have some issues there. But not realizing in their 20s they were at 300. So it's only a 10-point difference. So who cares? You're great. You actually probably have some other issues, you know? But let's just give you a pill or give you a shot, and it's going to fix everything for you. Yeah, that's America. Come on. That's ridiculous. And I'm pretty passionate about this stuff because I saw a lot of doctors in my teenage years, in my 20s, and most of them steered me completely in the wrong direction, my friend. Hey, Art of War, appreciate the sub, my man. Doesn't working out already increase test? And yep, working out increase testosterone, eating lots of, yeah. Oh yeah, eggs are awesome, dude. Eggs are awesome. I love training and I found the right channel. Let's go! Egoistic, I love it, man. Thanks for being here. I will eat a little bit of everything for maximum test. There we go. And again, I love that, a little bit of everything, right? Like, that's what we should all be doing, is like, there's some middle ground that we can come to, even though n equals 1, right? It's like we can all eat a little more protein probably. We can all definitely eat a little more fruits and vegetables. Get that whole food up a little higher as total food in our diet, right? And then, yeah, like go have some fun. Enjoy your food. Like have some, dude, I love my ice cream, okay? Nobody's going to take my ice cream away from me, okay? So ice cream, cookies, cake, whatever your candy thing is, it doesn't matter, right? And it's not bad. It's not black and white. It's not killing you. But it's a little bit of everything in moderation. Oh, nobody likes that word, right? Come on. But especially me, I do not like moderation. I used to be addicted to Oxycontin, drink all the time. I used to be a complete loser, okay? And coming off of that, I changed like my addictions into different things. And the first thing I did was, that really helped out, was the gym helped out, right? But then all of a sudden I became addicted to it, right? And then I had body dysmorphia. And then all of a sudden I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm eating really healthy, guys. I got all my protein in. And then I did like 2 Ben & Jerry's things at night. Because I was like, I got all these feelings and emotions. What do I do with them? Right? So I just eat my feelings and emotions, right? Well, that's not healthy. That's not moderation. So those are kind of the things I've been figuring out over the years, right? So I share that with all my clients here in the gym, right? And I'm hoping to spread that too a little more online, because we got to think sustainably. We got to think long term, but I'm not saying ignore look good, feel good, right? And move good. Like, we don't ignore those things either. Like, we get serious about training, you know what I'm saying? Except I'm talking too much and I'm not training, right? I'm seeing the comments, though. I'll catch up on them, all right? Okay, last one of these, okay? Again, elbows. If you see me cheating, you call me out. And if you're new to these, I want you to really slow that bottom. We call this the eccentric, okay? Fancy term. I want you to slow that part down, make the suck factor. Oh, get that stretch, come back. One reason why I really like these hammer curls that are alternating, hold on, I'll tell you after this. Suck factor's going up. 10 seconds. One reason why I really like, if you think about it, right, it's kind of like we're running and walking, right? And so if you breathe through them, which I'm not doing a very good job of, you breathe through these guys, you're going to get, when I'm curling here, I'm going to get compression here, but I'm going to get expansion on my backside. And if I was holding a bar,
I'm only getting compression on that side. So just like walking, we actually open up a little more movement availability, and you'll move better, okay? So I'll tell you what, like one way to test this is like you play basketball, soccer, volleyball, whatever. Do curls, do barbell stuff for an entire week straight. So like Monday through Friday, work out every day, barbells, everything 2 hands with a bar somehow. And then go play your favorite sport. And tell me that you're not a little tight. And then do the opposite the following week. And alternate with dumbbells, with everything, right? 1 arm deadlifts, 1 arm squats, alternate, and then go play your favorite sport. And tell me that you're less stiff, less tight, and you move better. Guaranteed. I will put my donuts on that one, okay? Again, I rested too long. Keep talking, Zach, man. I thought this was a workout. All right, last one. Come on, baby. Who am I? I am a champion. Who am I? I am a child of God. Who am I? Who am I? Come on. How many more? 1 more. How many more? 1 more. How many more? 1 more. Ah. Come on. Come on. Sometimes you got to be your own best friend. Speak into yourself. All right, let me catch up on questions. That was a lot, guys. Sorry I missed you. All right, where we leave. I can lift it. I keep cramping. Oh, locomotion. I'm sorry to hear that. Lots of water, eat bananas. What can you do? That's pretty strange. I would be curious to see what you're eating before you work out, about 2 to 3 hours in advance. Not just the water and the bananas, but what are you doing the entire day? Sometimes that can play in. Cramping, though, with a banana and water, a little suspect that I would say there's a deeper thing going on there. It's not something I can address in a live video, though. It's just there's too much going on there, and I'd have so many more questions for you. But it's common. Don't worry about it. You're going to figure it out, okay? Follow up into my DMs if you want more, okay? Doctors say too much. Test is bad. Yeah. You have the more power and manly you are, it makes you live older. Amen, dude. Dude, have you guys seen the studies on grip strength? It's crazy. It's like people with better grip strength live way longer. That's like old research, but it keeps coming out to be relatively true and ties into other research. It's cool to find someone who sees things the right way. Since 2015 or so, the fitness community has been far pessimism for juice. Yeah, dude. It's really, yeah. Honestly, I took like a huge hiatus of being online for, dang near 5 years because a lot of reasons. I had my first child, that was one of them. But the health and fitness industry, man, it's so warped. You have people that are jacked pretending like they're not juicing, okay? And not everybody that's jacked is juicing. I'm not saying that either. But like, why can't you just be honest about it? Like, I don't care that you're juicing. It's the fact that you're lying to my face. Like, I can't trust you now. You lose all of your trust. For what? To get attention in the short term? Again, long-term thinking, that's not going to work, man. It's not going to work. I hate all words. All right, John, it sounds like you need to get a bicep workout in, brother. That'll fix you up. Piano's eating a pint a night. Yeah, dude, totally. Good point. Make sure you do your cardio, walk at least 1 hour, bike at least. Yeah, that's great, man. And hey, you got to remember, some people are just starting out, right? So just walking for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, just do it. Just 5 minutes. If you're at 0, 5 minutes. Don't discount it, right? Because 5 minutes, can turn into 10 minutes. But 5 minutes every day, how many is that? 5 times 7, 35. Still got it, right? 35 minutes a week is better than 0. What's better than 0? 5, okay? Start small, add every day. All right, what weight should I do? Oh, if you're new to, yeah, if you're new, slow it down, right? Because if you're new, you're lucky. You get the newbie gains, right? So if you're new to working out, control is one of the hardest things to learn. So I always tell people starting out, learn control ASAP. Because one, you'll get better gains, like by a huge factor of 10 probably, okay? And then two, when you have better control, you're going to pick the appropriate weight, and then you're less likely to hurt yourself. So you get better gains, less risk, greater reward. What weight should I do this with? It looks like I'm supposed to go lower weight for the pump. For reference, if I do strict curls, I do 30 pounds per hand for 15 reps. Okay, oh, dude, disco, okay. Good question, all right. So about the weight, I can't say for sure, but if you're doing 30 pounds per hand and you're getting 15, right? I wanna see you, all right? I wanna see you. I'm gonna try, real quick side note, I'm going to try to get a video forum set up where you guys can send me videos of you working out, and I'm just going to give free advice, free coaching on your exercises, and I'll share them here, and we'll do it together, and it'll be a great way to learn, I think, because whenever somebody walks into the gym, or I got friends that I hang out with, they're like, hey, am I doing this right? And it's like one of the most common problems everybody has. So I think it'd be a great way to do it. But back to your question. If you're doing 30s for 15, okay, I want to see you do 15s, 17 and a halves, or 20s. You got to play around with it, okay? And I want to see you get 24 reps instead of 15, okay? All right? Switch it to a higher rep range, maybe even drop off a set if you need to, right? And then ranges with reps, super important, okay? So if you were getting 15, if I was coaching you, I would have had you hit 15. That means I would have had you in a rep range of 12 to 15. So not every time you're going to hit that max number 15. And if you do, then we got to change something because it's too easy, right? So think about your rep range with, again, 15, 17 and a half, somewhere in there, maybe 20s if you're that strong, cool. Your rep range is going to be 20 to 24, okay? So every set, you always get 20, okay? And if you don't, then you got to change the weight, okay? And then that would be a good way to add in a little new training cycle for your bicep curls. I think you're going to get a lot out of it. You're probably going to cry a little bit and call me, but that's okay. It's worth it, right? I'll cry with you. Running without stopping at least 10 minutes. Yes, exactly. I love it. Should you keep doing triceps if it feels very tight and about to explode? So Japan, that's a tough one, right? Like, do some triceps real quick. Like, if you're doing triceps or any muscle hypertrophy work, you know, to the extreme, where you're getting like 8 or 9 or 10 out of 10 difficulty, then yeah, they're probably going to feel like they're going to explode. And that's a great feeling, let me tell you. And it's probably going to want to make you, you know, stop. But you don't. You just keep going until you can't, okay? Or that's a good time to incorporate a rest pause, okay? Like, oh, they're going to blow up. One more. How many more? One more, right? Boom. You get it done. Rest pause. 15, 20 seconds max. Boom. Go back into it. 1. Oh, it's going to blow up. Blow it up, baby. One more. Boom. Right? Or you could drop set. So let's say you're using 20s. Oh, they're going to explode. Boom. You made them explode. Great. All right. Drop the 20s. Go into the 15s. Oh, a couple more. Boom. Explode. Great. That's what we want. Okay? That's not unusual. Okay? But it's your body. I'm not there with you. I'm not there personal training you. So I can't tell you for sure. But that's what it sounds like to me. You can probably keep pushing. Okay? But drop reps or drop weight a little bit and then keep going. You speak about science, just wondering how you separate science and religion. Ooh, yeah, Japan, I saw your thing about God earlier. So I'm not going to get into the science and religion thing right now because I got to finish this arm workout. Maybe we should just do a whole video on that. That'd be cool. All I can say is this, okay? I almost committed suicide once, okay? I used to be a drug addict, and I used to live a dark, selfish life. It was all about me, okay? And the one thing that radically changed my life was through working out, I found God, and God saved my life, okay? So we got science, and then we got God. And I understand that we're not all on the same page with God, but let me tell you, we were all made in the image of God. I think we're all special and unique, and He will find you. If you ask for Him to come find you, He will find you. That's what I believe, okay? I don't want to go any more into that, but okay. Lightweight, do at least 500 reps. No more than 50. Okay, there we go. Test and health goes together. Most bodybuilders can't run no good. Yep, that's, boom. Hey, egoistic is on it again. Most bodybuilders can't run well. Why is that? because they are purposefully constricting their body and limiting movement. Because if you limit movement and you constrict your body, guess what? You can grow muscle easier. That's why I was using my elbow on my leg, because I'm trying to restrict movement. Because if I was just like hanging out here, does this build a lot of muscle? Not really, right? But if we lock it in or we use some machines, guess what? We just constrict our bodies and we focus on the muscle, and then it grows faster and easier, which is great. But like Egoistic said, it's going to limit your movement over time if you're not aware of what you're doing. Great point. I love that. All right. Jose, what's up? I speed skated this morning. Oh, let's go. That's what I'm talking about. See, I can't skate for anything. I'm like, okay? But that's a perfect example of you know what you're good at and you know what you enjoy, and it's movement, and you just go after it and have fun. That's the best you can do. A lot of people think because I'm working with weights, like I'm like always pushing weights on people. Like, yeah, there's some special benefits to strength training that you're not going to get skating. But you got to find what you like and enjoy and get moving. That's what's special, man. Keep going. Good for you. Hey, Rayhan, welcome, welcome. Do 30 push-ups. All right, I got you. How good will be my stamina? Egoist, I got to skip that one. I got to catch up. Why are you small? Ace, that's a great question, man. It's probably because I don't train hard enough. I'm just a big whiner. I don't show up consistently enough. And, you know, I'm just not good enough, right? Like, I wish I could be as big as you, but I can't, you know, but I'll keep trying, okay? Oh, no, I'm just giving him a hard time. Daniel John, I appreciate you, but don't worry about it, man. Hey, this space, man, you can come in here, you can say whatever's on your mind. I get it, man. The easiest thing is to take out other people when you're feeling down in the dumps, all right? So listen, Ace, I got you. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit the mic. I got you, brother. I hope that you have a much better day, okay? Kenya, how old are you? I'm 35. I'm 35. Look like Van Damme. Get out of here, British. You're trying to brown nose me, huh? What do you want? You want my social security number or what? I appreciate it. What a testimony, brother. Amen. Hey, thank you, Disco. I appreciate it. I'm total shapeshifter with no fixed identity. Some days I'm channeling my inner bodybuilder, stacking plates and chasing the pump like a pro. Other days, I'm a calisthenics ninja. Yo, Uriah, did you get that from ChatGPT or did you write that yourself? That's good, man. I like that. No, that's great, though. Like, you're probably messing around with me, but it's such a good example of what we're talking about right now. And that's the fact that you got to go find out what you enjoy doing and then make it fun. Because if you make it fun, guess what? You're going to keep showing up and be more consistent with it. Karen, what's up? I'm above you all. My status and my wealth is very important to me. I have the most expensive rose bushes in our gated community. Everyone bows to me, and you will too. Such peasants. Oh, we got a Karen in the chat. This means it's been a successful 2025 because in 2024, somebody called me a Karen, which was glorious. I had a good chuckle on that. And then now we have Karen in chat. Let's go. Anything about bacteria? What do you mean by bacteria? Bacteria? What are we talking about now? I enjoy, okay, that. If I had a mod, we'd fix that. Teal, get your mouth straight, brother. Okay, we did the biceps like we said we were going to do. I talked a little too much. Cool, no worries there. We're answering questions, getting to know each other is awesome. Appreciate you guys being here. You're more like Johnny Cage than Van Damme. I'm not familiar with Johnny Cage, but hey, it sounds like a compliment, or maybe not. Perhaps you could utilize that green screen and wall and pose a scene. Oh, yeah, you're right. We totally could. I've been meaning to do that. Can I do that easily here? Let's try it. Wait for it. Whoa. Oh. Hey, is it working? Yeah, kind of. Oh, here we go. Here's a comment from the other day. All right, there we go. Wait for it. Playa, you ain't know nothing what a hill sprint even is. This is one of my short videos. So yesterday I posted a video of me going to a, let's get rid of that. Oops, no, don't do that. I posted a video of me going to a abandoned ski resort, and they got this huge ski hill. We just conquered it. So I appreciate him showing up and giving me that criticism because it only made me better. It only made me better that day. Yo, Steve Tyler, what's up? Keep striving for greatness. Hey, back at you, brother. Lift life, dude. Appreciate you dropping in. Bro, low-key, you look like LeBron. Get out of here. I wish I was that tan. Yo, P. Diddy, what's up? Welcome back. Can I ask you your height, your weight, body fat percentage? Oh, yeah. I used to be 6'2", but I'm 6'1" something now. About 200 pounds. Body fat percentage, I got a little diff, right? So I've added on since I've been a dad. Got the dad bod going. Whoa, there's no, boom. So body fat's probably about 16% right now. I used to be 12% year round, and then I added about 4% of body fat as I became a dad. Now, I don't mean that to be like, oh, I'm blaming my kids or my wife or something silly like that. But when you become a dad, let me tell you, you gotta triple down on your kids, because they're, after your wife, they're the greatest gift God can give you after your wife, okay? And so what happened was I started training a lot less, but I was eating the same, okay? And I knew that. I was like, all right, let's see what happens. So I added on some body fat, and guess what? I feel amazing. I don't want to lose any more body fat. I want to stay about this 16%. Because, you know, like, I'm still lean. I'm not like, you know, not overweight or out of shape or obese, but I feel much better. And I'm very curious, for myself specifically, if at that lower body fat percentage, if it was really having a negative side effect to my mental health. I think it was. So long story short, I feel better being less fit, if you will, at a higher body fat percentage than I did. And, you know, I'm still fit, still play basketball. I did 2 hours of basketball straight last night. You know, you see me in the gym, I'm working out. So it's not an issue. 16%, it's a great place to hover around, I think. Now, if summer comes around, I want to drop a little body fat, cool, like I can do that if I want to. But again, I really question that too, right? Because when I start thinking that way, you know, it gets me back into this major body dysmorphia that I have, that I struggle with a lot. And it's just not healthy mentally. So like, why not be at a little higher body fat percentage, still train, still work out hard, have fun, but feel 10 times better? I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? It's a no-brainer. Oh, from Mortal Kombat. Oh, dude, I haven't seen that for a long time. It's a compliment, don't worry. All right, appreciate it. Do your workouts ever feel like the cusp of having a heart attack? No, definitely not. Japan, that's not normal. Don't be going down that road. I mean, a couple times that's happened. Yeah, a couple times it happened, but it's okay. I survived. 12% sounds hard year round. It is hard. It's really hard. And this goes to that dysmorphia thing. I used to work out with a lot of bodybuilders and a lot of people with mental issues, just like myself. And guess what? We all fed off each other, because you would compare each other to each other, and you work out together and be like, I can do more than him. Yeah, I'm better than him. The ego overrides. And all of a sudden you're like, wait, he's 12%. I got to be 12%. He's 12%. I'm going to be 10%. And it becomes this like perpetual negative thing that goes on in the mind, and you guys don't talk about it. You're like bros in the gym, but you don't talk about it. But realistically, you're competing each other. And, you know, I love me some competition, but for me, that was not healthy. So I hope that helps you. You should do ANW. Zork, I don't know what that is. Let me know. Thanks for dropping in the chat, though, Zork. Good to see you. I was surprised. I thought it was a Jean-Claude Van Damme. Get out of here. That's the second time. You know what? That's funny, because I got a botched haircut a couple weeks ago, and I bet that's why you're saying that, because I usually don't have this short of hair. It's slowly growing back. But I bet that's why you guys are saying that. If you saw me with longer hair, you'd be saying something different. American Ninja Warrior. Oh, dude, that would be a blast. I've always wanted to do that. I used to be a beer, this is a total excuse, by the way, but I used to be a beer merchandiser. So, you know, you'd grab like 30 racks or 24 packs, you just like throw them from like in the stores, Safeways, Fred Meyer's, right? And I have this brutal tendinitis that only shows up when I hold on to things for long periods of time, like pull-ups or chin-ups, or if I'm riding snowmobiles or four-wheelers or motorcycles, because of that vibration for some reason. So I would love to do an American Ninja Warrior thing. That'd be fun. But I am concerned about my grip strength. There's definitely some issues there I got to work out if I was going to compete. But that'd be a lot of fun. I'm near Chicago. I'm in Indiana, just outside of Chicago. I'm sure they got something in Chicago. That'd be fun to do. So, all right, any questions on the bicep before I get out of here? Anybody, please. Make sure you subscribe if you don't want to miss the next live. We're focusing on shorter workouts that you can get done with a family, with responsibilities, with a professional life that still get you results, but we think about the sustainable way to do them that's going to make you, I just lost my train of thought, that's going to make you fit body, fit mind, I lost my train of thought, and move well as you get older into your 40s, your 50s, your 60s. And I know there's some younger guys here today. It's helpful to think about this now, okay? I wish I thought this way when I was in my teens and my 20s, okay, but I didn't. And I came really close to some major injuries that really set me off, and we're not helpful. So I hope I can help you avoid some of those things. That's how I feel almost every time I push myself too hard. Okay, Japan, you just said it. You're pushing yourself too hard. Back off a little bit, man. Like, you don't need to go that hard. It's okay. It's okay. Try for an RPE, rated perceived exertion, like how hard it is. Try for like a 7 maybe, and not an 8, 9, or a 10 like it sounds like you're doing. Move more beer to increase strength. Yes, Scott, that is exactly how you get stronger. Move beer and then drink the beer. Do you have serratus anterior? Yeah, of course, I got it right here. Did you check out my serratus my rib cage video from a long time ago? I get a lot of people coming from that. I gotta redo that video. There's so much more we could do there. I'm thinking about doing live videos too, where we focus on one thing and getting better at that, and then we turn that into a full YouTube video that we can post up later. Yeah. So all right, we're back. We're back. Yeah. No on the steroids. So anyways, if there's any questions you have, or you're like, dude, I really wish there was a video on this, that'd be great to see too. Like, drop it in the chat, and I'll start making a list of things that we need to make, okay? So that was biceps today. If you're just getting in here, watch it over again. Hopefully there's a lot of helpful tips in there for you. Thank you for watching. Hey, always a reminder to keep showing up every day and just do something, okay? Get out of the anxiety, get out of the depression, get out of the lie that you're not good enough, get out of all of it by taking a little action today. Even if it's just 10 reps, 10 push-ups, 10 squats, 5-minute walk, eat some broccoli, add a little bit more protein into your diet, whatever it takes, okay? You are not a victim. It's up to you to make a difference today in your own life, okay? One little thing, and don't you dare discount it, okay? That is the devil working, man. Don't dare discount it. Do one little thing better today than you did yesterday, and I guarantee you by tomorrow you'll be just a little better, and that adds up over time. Easy math, okay? Easy math. I appreciate you guys. Sancho Villa, Lift Life. You are made in the image of God. Don't forget that. You are unique and special, and you belong here. You are loved. I'll see you guys soon. Drop some questions in the chat. Make sure you subscribe. Check out the newsletter in the description.